Good morning. So yeah, welcome to today's class. So today we are just going to pick up from where we stopped in our last project. Well, in today's project is a bit more advanced than what we have previously, because the first project was just to like get us up and running, doing some basic stuff. So like I said before, that going forward we're going to we'll be tackling more complex projects. We use some of the blocks that we didn't use in our first sessions. So like creating your own, you learn how to create your own blocks, how to use those blocks to make your project more interactive, and then see more of the blocks that we didn't use. So initially, uh, so I yeah, so we've not okay. So in our last class we used the set rotation style. I think we've not used direction much. I think we've used X position and Y position before in some of the projects that we did. So in the looks block, some of the blocks that we've not touched the backdrop, we've not touched costume number, we've not used go forward one layer, we've not used go to either front or back a layer. So we'll be looking as time progresses, we'll be taking a look at a deep dive on some of these blocks. Okay, so we've not done much on the sound block, which is so the pitch block, the drums. I think the only block that we've used more often is the start sound. Okay, but there are other blocks like play sound effects, change volume, set volume, all those ones we've not used them. We've used in the event block, we've used broadcast. I think in the event block, we've used almost everything in the event block. Except for when is that? Except for this. Well, we've used almost everything in the event block. And then the control block also, we've created a clone. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so we've done cloning. We've not used repeat. We've not used repeat block. I think we've not used wait until.
Yes.
So those are the, yeah. So those are the two blocks in the control block that I think we've not used. And then the sensing block.
Come and connect your Zoom. Come and connect your Zoom class.
Please, can you mute? Please kindly mute Jordan. Okay. So in the sensing block, we've used the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've not used, I think we've used mouse down. Can't remember. Well, so this is 2000, all these ones. So we've not the ones at the bottom, we've not like explored them. So we'll look at this, we'll look at some of these blocks, and then the operators block, we've not used them very well. Okay, so we use all these blocks. We use them variable block. We use variable block. So one of that block we've not used at all is making your own block. So if you come here, you see add an input. So we have the text, we have number or text. So another way is maybe the alphanumeric. So anything that has to do with 1, 2, 3, or using your alphabet. So this is what the add input or number or text. Then, like I said before, a boolean. So in programming, there's something called a boolean, a boolean value, right? A boolean could either be a true or a false value, right? So it could, it's two things. It's two things. It can either be true or false. Okay. Boolean has just two values, either a true value or a false value. So we'll be using, and today, if time permits, we will create our own block. Okay. But let's go back here and see. So as you can see, the line of code here is a bit lengthy. Okay, it's a bit lengthy. So I don't think I myself, I can remember everything here. So as you can see, we have a new block here today. The first one is, what color is this? The define move up. What color is that?
It's kind of red or wine.
Is that wine? Is that wine color or a pink?
Pink.
Auntie Kechi, what color is this? I know women are, they are more conversant with colors.
Which one?
This color, the define
It's
block.
pink.
It's
It's
pink.
pink. Yes.
What shade of pink? Is it
Fuchsia
mango
pink.
mango
Fuchsia
pink?
pink. Fuchsia pink.
Fuchsia pink. Okay, so Daniel.
Fuchsia pink.
Fuchsia.
Yes.
Awesome. So Daniel, I hope you learned.
Yes, sir.
So today now you know there's a different shade of pink. It's not just normal pink. So
Yes.
if you want to learn anything about color, go and meet the ladies. They are very good with that. So so the first thing you do is import. Sorry. So the first thing you do is, the normal thing is you get your sprites. Okay. So open your Scratch, get your sprites. So instead of using the cat sprite, you can use Pico. Okay, you can use Pico working. You can use Pico working instead of using the normal cat. Okay, so you can just have a bit of differences from the first one, or I think this, I don't know, just use for a cat that can walk. So I think the best one there is that Pico. Or yeah, you can use.
Joseph,
Yeah,
I'm using a Superman.
you are using what?
A cat sprite, sorry.
So you can use this Pico. So we use the Pico, you go to costume. Okay, you can see Pico has about, yeah, so this gives you it gives you like pretty much what you need. So you can use this. Okay. So we done that. Have you done that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now the next thing you want to do is go to
Roland, please note to Jordan and Valerie have joined though.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So please carry them along too.
Okay. So the next thing you need to do is you go to, so since I already have my variables created already, okay?
Yes, sir.
So go to your you know where variables is. So you create first you create three variables. You create a level, create create the x velocity and then the y velocity.
Okay.
So first, what is velocity? Hello, Valerie and Jordan.
Hi.
Hi. How are you? Yeah. What took you so long? The session started over an hour ago. What happened? Why are you just joining now?
Hi.
Hi. Hmm? You forgot that we're supposed to have class today? Hello, Valerie. Where's Tel Aviv and Joseph?
Joseph went out to my mom. Sorry, and Jordan's laptop just went low.
Desire. Mr. Joseph,
Yeah, I'm
I've
with you.
done that.
Okay, you've done that. So now the thing is, I was asking a question. What's the difference between the x velocity and the y velocity? No, not before we even go to the x. What's velocity? What's the meaning of velocity? Hmm?
Come on. Is the speed of something in a given direction.
You just check Google, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Yeah. Um, velocity is the rate at which an object moved, okay, in a path, on a straight path. It could be straight, it could be when something is not straight, what do you call it? What's that word? Is it oscillatory movement? Yeah, oscillation. It's going up and down. But velocity is the rate at which an object moves through a path. Okay, with respect to time.
I can't hear you clearly.
You've come again, Abby. So I said velocity. 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 Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Yes, please.
Okay. So I was asking a question. What is the meaning of velocity? Do you want to answer that? So velocity is the rate at which an object moves. Okay. So if you want either Pico or the cat to move from one position to another position, right?
Yes, sir.
So the time it took for the cat to move from point A to point B and the speed, that is velocity. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that's what velocity is. So we now know what velocity is. So we have two velocity in our program. We have the x velocity and then the y velocity. And from our previous discussion, we know that the x is what? The x, so we know we have two coordinates, right?
Yes, sir.
We have two coordinates. So the x has two coordinates, the y coordinates and then the x coordinates. Okay. And
Yes,
that
sir.
coordinate is also shown in our scratch. So now in the x coordinates and the y coordinates, it's now divided into two, which is the positive x and the negative x. And then we have the positive y and then the negative y. So the positive y is responsible for what?
Right. And
Huh?
it's meant to move right.
Are you serious?
The positive X
No, the positive y.
to move up.
Okay. So the positive y makes it go up and then the negative y makes it comes down, right? And
Yes,
then
sir.
the positive x is for it to go right, and the negative is to make it come left. Okay. So now
Yes.
in our program, we have the x velocity and then the y velocity. Okay. So the x velocity is responsible for what? For the x velocity is responsible for the horizontal movement. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So it could either be left or right. We don't know. But we know that we have a variable called x velocity. And the x velocity is for left and right movement. And then we also have our y velocity to make it do what? To make it either go up or to make it come down. Okay. So now the first thing we do, what we are going to do is what we are going to do.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, sorry, the internet went out. So
Yeah.
now, yeah, so have you done that?
Yes, sir.
So bring out a green flag, then set your level to 1. You know what set level to 1 does? Whenever the green flag is clicked, it restarts
Yes.
your project.
Set level to 1.
Yes.
Okay. then
So we've set level to 1.
yes,
Now the next thing is to create a broadcast.
broadcast.
So you do your broadcast, okay?
Mr. Joseph,
Yeah.
what should I name the broadcast? Sorry, is it next level?
It could be, I mean, so remember that when you are creating your broadcast message, it doesn't have to be what I use. You can just play around it. So you can just name it anything.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
you can name your own like new level or another level, or yeah, whatever you feel like playing around with.
Yes, sir.
Who is that? Valerie, I think that noise is coming from your end. Can you mute yourself? Thank you. I hope you guys are following along. So now, if you've done this, now the next thing for you to do is to receive your message. So since you've already sent a message, the next thing is for you to receive your message. And when you receive your message, what do you want? What event do you want to happen? Okay. So what we want to do is first, we want to set our X position, not X position, sorry, the X velocity and the Y velocity that we created, and the Y velocity to 0, right? So at this point, this Y velocity and the X, they're not like really doing much. We just said, okay, when we receive next level, just set the velocity to 0. So it means at that point that nothing is happening. Now, after doing that, what we want to do is to bring out a forever block, right? Bring out a forever block. If you are there, let me know. Hello?
Hello, sir.
Okay, have you done that? Okay, so if you've done that, now inside your forever block, you bring your change, Y velocity by -1. Now you put it inside the forever block. Okay.
Change Y
So-
velocity.
So the first thing, yeah, but don't do that yet.
By what?
Because that Y velocity is to make it jump, jump, to create that jump effect. But what we want to do first is to make our sprite to be able to move left and right first. Okay. So in order to achieve that, remember that what we do is we bring our if then. Okay, you need a 2 if then, and then you put the 2 if then inside your forever block. Okay, so when you bring out an if then, you know what we do. So when we bring out our if then, since we want to use the keypad on our PC, okay, to
Yes, sir.
control our game, what are we going to do? We bring out the sensing. You go to the sensing block and do if key press. Okay, so
Yes,
you
sir.
have an if then inside here.
Should I use left and right?
Yes.
Okay.
So you have an if then inside here. Oh, you can see my screen.
Yes, please.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
I can see a screen, but it's showing. Please enter.
Your screen is showing OneDrive isn't signed in. Please enter her. Okay, you can now see it.
I can see it now.
Okay. So now you do what? You bring out your sensing, go to your sensing, and you do your key press. Okay. If key press, do what? The right arrow or left. Okay. So now you do your left arrow key. Okay. So you bring another if then. Okay. So you bring another if then. Now, so because we have this if then now, what we want to do is if we press the left arrow key, so we are not using this time we are not using the motion block that much. Okay, we are using other blocks, but we still want it to move. So what we do is we come to our variables, come to operator, you bring out your operator. So now if you look at this program that we are making now, you can see that there's similarities with the first project.
Excuse me, Mr. Roland.
Yeah?
Your screen.
Huh?
I can't see the screen.
Oh,
I can't see your screen.
Oh, you can't see my screen. Sorry.
Yes, please.
Coming. Coming. You can see the screen now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So
Yes, please.
okay. So now remember so what I was saying initially is that if you look at what we are trying to make now, you can see similarities with our first project, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please.
Because if you look at it, there's no much like that. There's not much difference because the same way you did your movement in the other project is almost the same way that we are doing the movement for this particular one. Okay, so the difference is not huge. Okay, that much. So so the next thing is, so what we are doing at this point is we want the horizontal movement to either move left or right. So who can tell me now, what block are we going to use?
The motion block.
So we already have the if the greater than sign here. Now I will come here. So between the variables that we created, the x and the y velocity, which of the variables will we use? Or should I
X
use?
velocity.
Hello?
Hello, sir.
Hello?
Hi, Mr. Roland.
Nobody's talking.
Mr.
I'm
Joseph.
talking.
Mr. Joseph.
I can't hear you. Okay, so because of time, so I'll come here and then I'll bring out my x velocity. Now remember I said the x velocity is used for it's used for so the next thing now is to come here, bring change, right? So we are saying if our x velocity is less than or is greater than -10, okay, change the x velocity by -2. Sorry, not 21, -2. Okay, so this will not work now. Now, I have done for the left arrow, okay? So I give it 2 minutes to do the right arrow for me now. Listen. So this will make it move to the left. So can someone make it move to the right? Now, less than 2 minutes or 2 minutes. Can someone make it, can any of you make it, figure out how to make it move to the right? Is there anybody that can do that?
Yes, sir.
I can't hear you.
Who cannot hear me?
Me, Valerie.
Who said he can't hear? Was that
Me,
just you?
Valerie, I can't hear you clearly.
Mr. Joseph. Mr. Joseph,
Sir?
I've done it.
Okay. Let me see. Share your screen now.
Can you see my screen?
Yes. Where did you get this Mario sprite from?
Google.
You downloaded it.
Yes, sir.
Excellent. Okay. All right. But there's one problem now. So instead of using the greater than sign, you use the less than.
Okay.
No, don't change it. So what I said is for the right arrow, okay, you just need to change the less than sign. So leave the other one, leave the left arrow the way it was. You don't need to change anything there. Yeah. So now, now the next thing is
Can I stop sharing?
no. So let's even ensure this thing can move. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So the next thing is for you to bring the change X. So okay, I've said the answer. So now, can you try if that's if it's moving? Is it moving? Hmm?
No, sir. It's not moving. 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 It's not moving.
So can you tell me why it is not moving?
Because this is I received message from.
Mhm.
If I use the green flag, it don't work.
It's going what?
It will work.
Okay. Do you want to use the green flag?
It's not working.
It's not working. So yeah. So see, so it's not the green flag that is the problem, right? Because
Yes.
you already have your green flag here, and then you are now sending a message to these guys. So telling it that when you receive this, this is what I want you to do. So the problem is not with you using green flag or not. Now the thing is, you've created a velocity. Okay, you created you you have created a variable, but this variable is before for the variable to work, it needs to call something. Okay, and that's where function now comes in. Okay, but because for your level we can't go, we don't want to go like too deeper. When you start doing like core and programming language like JavaScript, Python, and PHP and the likes, you start interacting with, you will interact with um, some of these functionalities. So there's something called function. So I think I described it in our last class. So function is a way of you creating you can create a function and then you call it in different places, or you call it whenever you want to use that program. So which is our new block that we are going to be creating works more like a function. You can call it, define it somewhere, and then you can use it in other program. So now what you need to do is go to your motion block. Now in your motion block, look for change X. Now bring the change X to put it inside the forever at the bottom. Okay. Now try to see if it is working.
No, sir.
It's not working. Now because you've done change X. Now remember that here you've given it a command that whenever the velocity, the X velocity is greater than. So what you are telling it is when I click the left arrow key, check if the velocity is greater than -10. So if the velocity is greater than -10, then change velocity by -2. Okay. Or another one, if the right arrow key is clicked, if velocity is less than 10, change velocity by. So for you to make it, for it to see this velocity to make it work, you need to go to variable, and then you call the X velocity variable. Okay, then you put it inside the change X. Now try.
Mr. Joseph,
Yeah,
when I click on the green flag, everything stops.
everything stops.
Yes.
Why?
I don't know.
That's strange. So if you've done that, your sprite should be able to move left and right. So check.
Okay, sorry. It's working.
It's working, right?
Yes.
So why wasn't it working before?
This was this next level was a message one.
Okay. So you see how I mean, so these are some of the things that you need to like take note of, right? Because
Yes.
remember what I said at the beginning of our session that programming, computer does not make an assumption, right? Computer doesn't, they don't assume. They only carried out commands, okay? So if you give a command to a program, that's what the computer is going to obey, okay? It's not going to, oh, it's not going to like guess. They it doesn't do guesswork, like, oh, I think this is what Daniel wants to do. So sometimes when your program is not working and you've done everything, so you need to like maybe take time out, relax. When your brain is more settled, you can then come back and then go through your code line by line, one after the other, and you can just figure out where the problem lies. Okay. So, so now that we've done this, okay, now that you've done this, the next thing is you need to, so this just glides. It doesn't have like that work effect, but I doubt if your sprites will be able to work. Do you know why I'm saying that? Now go to your costume, go to the Mario costume. So how many costumes do you have here? Just one?
Yes, sir.
So as it is now, this cannot work because you need like 2 costumes for it to work, because you need to create like that working effect. So what you can do is to get another costume.
Okay.
So do you want to do that?
Yes, sir. Who is that?
So the other people here, are we following along?
Yes, please.
Okay, where are you? Can you share your screen? Let's see where you are. Who is eating? Jasil.
Excuse me, Sir Roland.
Who is that? Yes.
When I joined, I wanted to ask you if you could open the other sprite. The cat.
Which other sprites?
The cat.
Any issue?
Yes, please.
Okay, what's the problem?
When I joined, you're already done with the cat.
No, I'm not done with the cat. The cat is what we're still on the cat. So can I see where you are? Just
Okay.
let me see your screen.
Okay, I'm coming.
Sumininu. 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 Hey, who is this? Valerie.
Yes, please.
What's going on here? Why is your screen like this? Can you take out everything that you have there?
I'm coming. Done.
Okay. So do you want me to do a walkthrough? So let me do a walkthrough for the sake of the people that were not here. I believe you'll still get the recording. So what we are trying to do is, I don't know, you guys have not been in the class. I think you've not been in the last class that we had. So have you had access to the recordings?
Yes, please.
Okay, so have you gone through it?
Yes.
Was there a part that wasn't clear to you?
Pardon?
Was there a part that wasn't clear to you?
Yes, please.
Where?
In the part in this sprite that you put, if this sprite that I put the if then, but why did you put the if then?
Where? Where?
I watched the video, and why did you put the if then there? What was the function of it?
Yeah, the function of which one? Because I can't see your project. So I can't see your an idea of what the question is about. So here, what we are trying to do is so I said today we will do a new project, but it's similar to what we did before. Okay, and then in this one, you will have you create more blocks. You learn how to create and then define your own block. Okay, and the way that will work is, so first, you've created so I'm doing this again. So everybody please pay attention now. I have to do this. I'm going back to do this again for the sake of people that were not here. Okay. So
Okay.
the first thing that you do is create a variable. So you create 3 variables. The first one is what? X velocity. The second one is Y velocity. I didn't say text. Create a variable. Call it space X velocity and Y velocity. Now we know what I hope we all know what is the meaning of velocity, right? Do we know what velocity is? So I said velocity is the movement of an object along a path with respect to time. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah. So now, so you have to, so another one is level. Create another one called level. Okay. So no, don't create jump first. Just stay with now. Now that you have this now, right? The first thing is, so what we are going to be doing is, since this is not the beginner's class, okay? So we're going to be doing a bit of some advanced things that we didn't do before. So the first thing is bring out your green flag. So when you bring out your green flag, you set level to 1. When you set level to 1, you create a message broadcast. So you can name your message broadcast a new level, next level, or whatever name. Where are you going to? You know where level is under variables now. you set your level to 1, and then
Yes,
you
please.
create a broadcast. Okay. So now that you've done this, the next thing you want to do is so who can tell me now? Can you tell me what is the next thing after here now?
To make it, if it fails, that it should start again.
No. Now we've not even you've jumped like 10 steps. Okay. So you need to take it step by step. Since you already have a wait now, what are you doing? Just calm down. Now, since you have a broadcast, right? Now, a broadcast will not work if you don't tell it to do something. So you need to call that broadcast. So the way you call that broadcast, so what you're saying is, when I click the green flag, I want you to set level to level 1, okay? And after that, once you exit set level to level 1, broadcast a message. So when you broadcast this, someone has to receive. So now just imagine you have 2 mobile phones on your hand, right? No, you have 2 mobile phones, okay? If you call, so let's use this as an instance. If you call Auntie Lillian, if you put a call through to Auntie Lillian, if Auntie Lillian is not available to pick your call, will you be able to communicate with her?
No.
Oh, okay. So that's the way it works. So now, so see this broadcast as you dialing someone's number. So if the person is not there to receive, there's no way both of you can interact, have that conversation. So this is where you now need, when I receive, okay, so when I receive the broadcast message, okay, do what? Next level. Next level. I didn't say you should write. You already have next level there, so just click on it and receive.
Pardon?
Just click on that, toggle it, toggle on. Where you have message 1.
Please, I'm not hearing you clearly.
You can hear me clearly. So where you have message 1, just click on that box. Then select next level. So now, so since this has received the message, you want to tell it to do a command. So what you are going to tell, now bring out your set X velocity and set Y velocity. And then you leave everything as 0. Snap them together. And then snap it on the, when I received. Yes. So when I receive next level, this is what I want to happen. Now the next thing is to do the forever block. So you bring out a forever block.
Where should I put it?
Under.
Yes.
No, under the set, yes. So now that you've done that, bring out an if then.
Bring out an
if then block. Okay. So now that you have the if then block, what you want to do is, if Left arrow key pressed. If left arrow key pressed, quickly, left arrow key is pressed. Where's left? You don't know where left arrow key is again. So if you are looking for where left, okay, so yeah. So now this has given me an idea of where some of you are. So it means you have not been practicing. So you don't know where left arrow key presses again. Okay.
Okay. Change to left hand. Bring it out.
Now, so yeah. So the question now is, can you snap this inside the if then block?
You can't. I don't think. No.
You can't. So now we have been using this. So when you have an if then, when you have a block, you can't, I told you before that you have to look for something that has like a diamond shape. That's the only thing that can fit into it. So you have your key space is inside the sensing block. So you go to the keys. You already have the key. So if the left arrow key is pressed, so the next thing is bring another if then. So you have the if then, right?
Yes, please.
So now, since you have the if then, the next thing is you want to do is you go to operator, you bring out the less than sign.
Pardon?
Okay. Go to operator, bring out the greater than sign.
Sorry.
Are you done?
Yes, please.
So where's the if then? I didn't ask you to bring out I just asked you to bring out an if then block. Then snap the if then block inside that if then.
Pardon?
Drag the if then block inside the first if then, inside the forever block. No, inside it, yes. Then put, yeah. So now, go there, go to variable. Bring out your X velocity. Put it there. Then change this to -10. Now bring out change X velocity. Bring out change X velocity.
What do you say?
Bring out the change X velocity. Now put it inside the if then. And then change it to -2. Have you done that?
Yes, please.
Okay, so now let's go back, go to motion. Go to motion block, bring out change X.
done that.
We've done that. Now put the change X inside the forever block.
Yeah.
No. Yes. And then change X. Go to variable. Go to variable. Bring out the X velocity. Put the X velocity inside the change X by 10.
Yes. Here.
I say bring out X velocity, put it inside the change X by 10. Okay, now check if it's working now. Click the green flag and see if it's working. It's working, right? It's moving
Yes,
left.
please.
Okay, so now make it move right by yourself. So assignment for everybody, make it move right. Sorry.
Can I stop sharing?
Yes, so that's the assignment for everyone. Sorry, I have another class. I have another meeting now. I have to join. So, Mrs. Nkechi or Auntie Lillian. Hello.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Roland. Thank
Yeah.
you very much.
Okay.
Yeah, well done.
Okay. So please do your assignment, everybody. We see in the next class.
All right, everyone, welcome. Nice to have you all back. I want to believe you all enjoyed the class. How did the class go for you?
It was fine, ma.
Okay, Daniel, thank you. To me, how did the class go for you? Is to me with us? Valerie, how did the class go for you? Jasil? Where are we all,
Sorry, I was on
please?
mute.
Okay, Jasil, to me. Can I hear you, please? You know what's going to happen here. We are going to have a brief conference meeting now. You are all the board of directors. So we together, we are to hold a meeting. I'm your secretary here. You are the board of directors. So we want to have a brief meeting here before we round up for today. So please, I need your attention and I need your